Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Vlogmas Day 14. Today I am going to be sharing my most worn clothing of 2022, and this was kind of hard for me because I feel like you only think of the clothing that you're wearing right now and not the clothing that you wore like summer and the springtime. So I really had to go back in my photos and my Instagram and see what I was wearing a lot. So these are the pieces and accessories that I found that I was always reaching for in the spring, summer, and the fall, and this December, or the December that we've had so far. But starting off, I'm going to start with clothing. The first piece that I wore a lot in the spring and summer is this black dress from Durf Avenue. And it's the getaway dress, and this is just something that is so easy to just throw on, and it's super comfortable. I like that it was like flowy, it wasn't super tight. It was definitely a dress that I put on if I just wasn't feeling good that day, or I wanted to look cute, but I also wanted to be comfy in my skin and comfy in what I was wearing. So this was just a go-to of mine, and I love the black. I also have the cream, and I love that as well, but this summer and spring I was definitely grabbing the black way more, and it was just a favorite of mine. I loved it. I wore it so much. The next thing that I wore a lot in the fall and the winter as it started to get cold was this everlane cashmere sweater. I actually got this for Christmas last year, so I'm sure I wore it a lot also in January and in those January, February months where it is freezing. And this is just such a good like throw-on sweater. I love wearing this with jeans. It's so soft. I love Everlane's cashmere, and it's just a really good basic. I am in love with it. I've been throwing it on almost every single day, I feel like. The next three pieces that I wore a lot were just simple white tees, long sleeves, tanks. I feel like I had to include this in my video because if I'm not wearing this alone, I'm wearing it under something. Like I always layer the black cashmere with a long sleeve white tee underneath, especially in the winter. That's a perfect like layering tip, is to just wear a long sleeve shirt like that underneath. So I just picked up some of my favorites. So the first one is this tank that I just got actually this past summer, and it's from H&M, and I just loved the little detail of the ribbed on the tank. I don't know if you can see it, but it just has this really nice rib to it, and I love this silhouette. I just thought it was really pretty and very nice with jeans. It just looked really good together, so I wore that a lot. I also wore that with a lot of skirts as well. Another one of my favorite is this Everlane tee. I also like my Mott & Bow tees as well. The semi-boxy fit at Mott & Bow is my favorite. And I mean, it's a white tee. I just live in them. Whether I'm lounging in them or wearing them with the outfit, you just really can't have enough of them. And then the last tee that I have been wearing while it's been cold is this Mott & Bow long sleeve. It's just super soft. The material is like butter, and it just lays really nicely under sweaters, jackets, you name it. So I really had to put those basics in here because I just live in them. I wear them all year round, and they are just a go-to every single year, not just this year. My next favorite are two like blazer jackets, and the first one being this one that I've worn a lot this fall and winter ever since I got it in Florida. I have been living in it, and it's this brown suede color. I just absolutely adore this chocolate brown color, and it's just been a favorite with jeans. As soon as I got it, I feel like I wore it like 5 days in a row because I was just obsessed with the fit, and I like that it's like a heavier jacket. So it's not like a blazer, or I have another one similar to this, but it's definitely a lighter jacket. So I liked how heavy this was and structured, so I just wore it all the time. It was a good fall jacket because I feel like that was the perfect transitional piece from like when it was those weird like semi-cold, you didn't know if you needed a jacket or not. This was like my go-to. And then this blazer I lived in. I got this for Christmas last year. Actually no, I purchased this right before Christmas because it finally came back in stock, and I was eyeing it so much and I just needed to have it. So I gave this as like an early Christmas gift to myself, and I lived in this all the rest of winter and the spring. And even the summer at night when it gets colder, I threw this on. I just loved heather gray. I was really into heather gray at the moment. I still am a lot. I also wear this now, but when I first purchased this, I was obsessed with heather gray, and it's just a really nice blazer. I had 2 other blazers from Durf Avenue, so I knew I was gonna like this, and a gray blazer is a staple in your closet, so it was a really good investment piece, and I wore this non-stop, especially in the rest of winter into the spring. I feel like I wore this all the time. I remember I had so many pictures of this on my Instagram that I was like, Hannah, you can't wear that anymore because you won't be able to take content or post to Instagram because you're wearing the same blazer in all your photos. I just loved it. And then I had to include the breezy shirts because I feel like I live in them in the summer as well as the springtime. They're just perfect button downs. I really loved the black one. I wore the black breezy set a lot. It was just really comfortable and cozy. So I found myself wearing that set, but the white one's just a staple. And I would throw this over my bathing suit or just with jeans for a quick outfit if I'm running out the door. You just can't get enough of these. They are such good shirts. I love them. This dress I was actually sent, and it's by the brand, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll put it on the screen. I'm so bad. I really need to get better at that. That's my goal for 2023, is to get better at pronouncing brands. But this dress is absolutely stunning. I loved it. I wore it all throughout the summer, and I took it to Italy with me, and it was the perfect dress in Italy because it's just so big and like flowy that you could eat all day long, which I was doing in Italy, and you were so comfortable. It didn't matter. And my sister actually wore this as her graduation dress when she graduated with her master's at Tufts. She wore this dress and she loved it. It's just a really beautiful dress. I love it. And I know this kind of dress I'll wear like next summer and the summer after that because it's just so simple that it won't like run out of style. This next piece I found myself wearing a lot in the summertime. It's the Durf Avenue Silk Dream Skirt, I think it's called, in ash. And I love this because I wore it as a maxi dress, well, kind of a midi dress because it didn't go all the way down, and a skirt. And I think because I knew I could wear it both ways, I was constantly grabbing this. I just loved it. It was really comfortable, and I loved it as a maxi, and I loved it as a skirt. So I just wore this all the time, and nothing like a simple skirt, everyday skirt for the spring and summer. And I was also really getting into skirts. I feel like at the start of the springtime, I never used to wear skirts, and in the spring I was just like, skirts were like a huge thing and everybody was getting into them. So I purchased this. I think this is the first one I purchased, and I was like, okay, I need to start wearing skirts. I'm really loving it. So I feel like I just wore this a lot because I was trying out the skirt trend, and I was trying to get myself more comfortable styling and wearing a skirt. This next piece is also from Durf Avenue, and I live in these. They are just so comfortable. They're the cloud pants. As soon as I saw them on Matilda's Instagram, I knew I wanted to get them because I, first of all, love the silk, and second of all, they feel like you're wearing pajamas. I wore this with sweatshirts. I wore it with like a t-shirt. You literally can pair this with anything, with a breezy button down. I just lived in this. I wore this in the airport when I was actually flying. I think I was flying home from Italy, maybe. I wore this on the plane because it was just so comfy. So yeah, a great purchase. Love that. The 2 pairs of jeans you're not going to be surprised at that I wore the most. The first one being my favorite everyday jeans, the Still Here ones. I have on the cream currently, and I mean, I don't even need to like say anything about these because you know how much I love them. I live in these jeans. Like every single day I just want to wear these. I'm obsessed with them. They're the best jeans, the best straight leg fit. They're so comfy. They wear really well. They're just incredible. Incredible. And then these are another pair that I got. I feel like I got these in the springtime. I'm not 100% sure. But they're the second pair I wear a lot. And they are the black Levi loose straight jeans, I'm pretty sure they're called. And again, they're just so comfy. I wore these a lot to work. I just was obsessed with them. And I wanted a good black pair because I wore these blue all the time. I didn't really have a black pair of jeans that I was like my go-to or I really liked in my closet, or if I really had any black jeans. I don't even know if I did. So when I saw these on Free People's website, I was like, okay, I have to get them. And I literally waited because they were sold out of my size for so long. And I waited, and I was on like the email me if they come back in stock. And it was the quickest purchase I've ever made when I saw them in stock. And I sized down because these run a little bit big. And I think they're in the color Light Beam. I think that's what it's called. And this one is the childhood style. And I think the dark blue, because I know they have a light blue, which I love. I want to get my hands on literally every single color in the childhood style jeans. Last piece of clothing are 2 jackets that I feel like I wore. The one a lot in the springtime and this fall, and then the other I wear a lot in the winter, and I've been wearing a lot now too. The first one being my leather trench coat. This is a jacket I wear a lot in the transitional seasons like the spring and the fall because it's just the perfect weight, and I don't know, I feel like when you hear the word trench, you think of spring or fall. So it was just the perfect coat to wear in those seasons, and I am obsessed with this. So every time it gets to the spring and the fall time, I'm like pulling out my trench right away because I feel like obviously I can't wear this in the summertime, and I feel like this is not heavy enough or warm enough to wear in the winter when it's really cold. So I definitely make sure I get a lot of wear out of this in the spring and fall, and it's just so pretty. I love this coat so much. It's probably one of my favorite vintage finds ever to date. I'm just in love with it. And then the last coat that I wear a lot is this leather jacket or bomber jacket almost. I don't know when I got this, but last winter I wore this all the time. It was my go-to coat. I liked wearing the gray Thrift Avenue blazer underneath of it, and it just gave like extra warmth, and it was a good layering. I feel like this jacket, since it's so oversized and big, I could fit a lot underneath, and leather like keeps you so warm, I feel like. So when it was sunny, the sun like hit the leather and it like warmed me up. So I love this. And I liked that it had the tie. So even though I had so many layers underneath, when I tied it, it gave me somewhat of a figure and a shape. So this was just my favorite jacket, and I'm wearing it all the time right now too. So it's just a go-to winter coat of mine. Moving on to accessories. This I had to include because I feel like I've been non-stop wearing this fall and winter. It's the brown vintage belt that I got, and I'm just in love with it. It's so different and cool, and I have been just wearing it all the time with my Still Here jeans, with this jacket. It's actually at the dry cleaners, but the vintage cream light sweater top that I always wear is another one that I feel like I've been living in. I only had that for a little bit, but I've gotten already my like wear use, or my money's worth of wear in that shirt, something like that. I've worn it so much that I could include it in this video basically, and I haven't had it for that long. And this is just my go-to belt at the minute. I'm loving this so much. Moving on to purses. The other purse I feel like I would include is my black purse. I really don't have that many purses. So this one that I got in the summertime from the vintage store in Florence, I live in because it's my only like brown purse. And then my black purse from Shop Hesh that I show all the time is the other purse that I wear nonstop, just because they're like my two everyday purses that I have. I definitely want to get another purse. I actually have asked for a purse for Christmas, so hopefully I get it. If not, I definitely will go thrifting or vintage shopping for another really nice everyday purse. And then into shoes, I have 3 pairs of shoes that I feel like I have lived in this year. First being the Havana flip-flops, and these are the white, but I also have a black pair that I wore all the time. These are so incredible. They're amazing, and they're really reasonable price. I think they're like $26. I got mine off of Revolve, but they're just great for everything. I wear them going to the beach, pool, but then I wear them with outfits, with jeans, dresses. I just lived in these in the summertime. They're super comfy. They're rubber so they can get wet. They were just perfect. And then obviously my black Jack Irwins. I had to, just like the jeans. These and the blue jeans are probably my top 2 pieces I wear in my closet by far. I live in these 2 pieces and they're just incredible. They're black boots. I wear black boots all the time, like all the time, pretty much every single day. And then lastly are my Birkenstocks that I got for my birthday from my boyfriend this summer, and I have been living in these. They're so great. I just love to just slide them on when I'm going to run errands, or even with jeans and a like sweatshirt or comfy sweater, like an oversized sweater. I just find myself constantly wearing these. I love them. They're such a good purchase. I know they're like sold out everywhere, but they're worth the wait because I live in mine, like live in mine. I kind of want the dark brown pair because I like those for like the winter time, but I'm good with those as well. I just love them. But those are all the pieces that I've worn the most this year, 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, love you.